works out there that became a major film production in the 60s. And there was an influence of two main themes within it. But one of my favorite pieces that came from this is the Mambo scene. And Mr. Christensen, I know how much you love West Side Story. So I know you're going to love, though, this particular piece called Mambo. It's got the influence of the Puerto Rican culture and Latin culture, and it's really exciting. Lots of notes are involved and very upbeat. Okay, I'm tired. Yep, all right. Just kidding. No, I'm not tired. We didn't already do this already. Okay, so, see, that's a fun piece. All right. So, going with some of the next piece. Now, Catch Me If You Can was a movie probably about 10 years ago now with Leonardo DiCaprio as the lead character. And Catch Me If You Can is actually a very interesting story. If you watch that movie, you know that the beginning of the movie is started to morph into a few things. But the underlying story behind it is that Leonardo DiCaprio really just wanted to please his father. He wanted him to be proud of him. And so he took it upon himself to believe that he became some of the roles that he ended up playing. So for instance, he was walking through the airport and saw a group of pilots get a whole lot of attention because they were the pilots. So he became one. Not really, but he got one of the arms and forged a badge, and scarily enough, got on Pan Am flights and, sent things to his father each and every time when they would go somewhere so that his father would believe that he was a pilot. And then the story just kind of keeps going. Well, Tom Hanks is the detective that starts to chase him to find out what's going on, and there were some illegal checks written, and there's this whole story about the whole thing. But John Williams, a tremendous composer in our era, probably the most legendary living composer that we still have, really identified in such a different way with his character and wrote the themes that you're going to hear for the character Leonardo DiCaprio. And if there's something that John Williams does really well, it's identifying themes of characters. You put together all of those themes and you say, yep, I know that character is about to show up on the screen. So we hope you enjoy. This is Catch Me If You Can. Yeah, that's not bad. Nope. Okay, so we had a fire in our town this week, and when I left my program sitting on Wednesday, I thought, oh yeah, okay, Thursday morning, gonna make sure, finish any tweaks or whatever. And lo and behold, then we couldn't come in here, and we weren't allowed to come to school, all those things, teachers included. And so, thankfully, Joanne Schmidt said, well, I can sneak into your room and make copies of a program for you. And I said, okay, because I had printed out most of the pages. So you're going to see, though, that there's a page missing. It's all the kids' names. So I am going to attach the program into, if you get an email, a weekly email, and you would like to reprint, to tack on the kids' names, because one, you probably know who you came here for, but number two, if you didn't come because you just feel like coming to the band concert, well, thank you so much, we appreciate that. So that was Jay Boring who played that solo, and we've got one of there's a lot of tremendous musicians within this program, and I certainly didn't want to just ignore them from the program. That page just didn't get into the program. So I apologize to all of you, but you'll see that, and then I'll also put it on my teacher page in the documents section. So if you want to take it from there, you can. So because you don't have any names, Jake and Thaddeus, please stand. Yeah? Now, so in March, we acknowledged all the folks that were a part of our district honor band and orchestra this year. So we had everybody stand up, and we always have a lot of people, and it's always great. And yeah, most of the group stood up, and off we went. Okay, and then these two auditioned for the All-Southern Honor Band, which is half the state. So draw a line at Fresno and half the state. So they made it this year in January into one of the ensembles, or both of them were in different ensembles, but they made it into the honor groups for the All-Southern California Honor Band. And so I wanted to make sure that, because that would be in the program right now, and we would be acknowledging that moment. So I want to give them a round of applause. Jake's standing because he already did this routine at the last concert, so he knows I was going to have him stand still. So Jake also auditioned for the All-State Honor Band and made the top ensemble, which is Wind Symphony, and they only take 2 altos in the whole state. And he was the #1 alto. Wow. So lucky. Okay, so anyway, that's why that last piece was doable. Yep, because it's a big part for him, and that's kind of fun for him because he's like that. He looks at things, he goes, okay, yeah, sure, I'll play that. And most people are like, you nuts. Yeah. So our fourth piece is fun. I love it. It's called Sinfonia Voci. You can probably guess where the title came from for our concert. And this is just this grand celebration of sound, of understanding that each person on stage is equally important to one another. So even though we recognize a couple of our outstanding members, we want to make sure that we think about a symphony of voices. We are always so much stronger when everyone is playing and everyone in this world actually works together. Wouldn't that just be a nice thought that we could do that together? So we'd like to conclude our part of the program with Sinfonia Voci. But now we're going to do a fun thing. We're going to bring out 96 more people. Right? Yeah, it's going to happen. So they're going to shift. Don't be afraid. Well, kind of be afraid. They know not to move. So when someone's got to get to the edge. So it'll be just a moment.